For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, God sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
I can see the signs now, cause my vision's clear. I can see the devil tempted when the Spirit's near. So I'm in the scriptures daily trying to change my life. All these years of being wrong, I'm trying to get it right. Being slow to anger, trying not to pop off. Being patient with my people when they go off. All judgment has been given to the Son. So with him, I've been trying to become one. All praises till I'm done. Trying to be his faithful servant, walking in this life. Keep my foot from darkness, walking out by sight. See his faith that's been moving that mountain that I've been struggling with. I'm glad I found him. The Messiah, the Christ, that's who I do it for. To give glory to the Father, that's what he did it for. He sacrificed, laid down his life, so we can be named blameless in the Father's sight.
No longer carnality, the Spirit is leading me, Through his word, my steps are ordered. Total control of me. Where you lead, I follow thee, Through his word, my steps are ordered.
Many are called, but few are chosen. Fighting with my flesh, trying to keep the Sabbath holy. Carnal versus spirit, the battle is real. Gotta play without ceasing, keeping his will. Cause see, we all fall short, but blessed is his mercy. Through his son, we can get it, just follow the verses. Cause sinning feel good, it pleases the flesh. But through the spirit there's life, the carnal is death. I've been drinking living waters, I'm feeling refreshed. I had to kill that old man to witness my best. I gotta study what I need to pass this test. Believing on his son, number one on the list. Now I gotta keep his law, hoping that I don't miss. If I do pray for forgiveness, don't do it again. I gotta keep my heart focused, don't follow the trend. Cause you cannot love this world when following him.
No longer carnality, the Spirit is leading me, Through his word, my steps are ordered. Total control of me. Where you lead, I follow thee, Through his word, my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you. Where you lead me. Through his word, my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you. Where you lead me. Through his word, my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you. Where you lead me. Through his word, my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you. Where you lead me. No longer carnality, the Spirit is leading me, Through his word, my steps are ordered. Total control of me. Where you lead, I follow thee, Through his word, my steps are ordered. And Lord, I will follow you. Through his word, my steps are ordered. true. You're so patient and kind. I'm giving all my love to you. Lord, you are my everything. I give you my soul, my anything. I'm thankful for all you do. I worship you just because you are everything. Everything I need in me. Everything I wanna be. Lord, you are my everything. Lord, you are everything. Yeah. Everything I need in me. Everything I wanna be. Lord, you are my everything. All glory belongs to you, Lord. Lord, you're all that I need. Yes, you are. Lord, you are my everything. I'm giving you all of the glory, the honor, because Lord, you're worthy. Omnipotent, Lord, you are holy. All power belongs to you. I'm giving you all of the glory, the honor, because Lord, you're worthy. Omnipotent, Lord, you are holy. All power belongs to you. Lord, you are everything. Everything I need in me. Everything I wanna be. Lord, you are my everything. Lord, you are everything. Everything I need in me. Everything I wanna be. Lord, you are my everything. Glory belongs to you, Lord. Lord, you're all that I need. Yes, you are. Lord, you are my everything.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom, everybody. It's your humble servant, D-Roll Truth Teller, and I got my other half with me.
Shabbat shalom, family.
And we're Quillen Percenter Ministries back with another lesson. And as always, before we get started, man, we give all praise, all honor, and all glory to the God of this Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, by way of his only begotten son, Yeshua HaMashiach. But he was introduced to us as Jesus the Christ. So we give all praise, all honor, and all glory. And as always, before we get started, I'm going to read the Psalms 19:14. And it reads, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer." All praise.
All praise, amen.
All right, y'all see the title of the lesson? Compassion, a weightier matter of the law. Now I know we was in the middle of it's all about prophecy, right? And I was going to bring part 3 today. However, during the week, man, I just keep hearing, right, how the world views quote unquote Hebrew Israelites, right? And it's not in a good light,
I should say. And I think a lot of it has to do with the way a lot of quote unquote Hebrew Israelites carry themselves as far as when it comes to this faith, right? More so like a religion as opposed to a way of life. And I think this word compassion has a lot to do with the nation being looked at the way it is, compassion or the lack thereof, right? And I'm gonna speak for myself. Coming from where I come from, this word compassion, I never, tender love. Nah, I never really, I guess thought about it like that, and a lot of us that come into this faith, the Most High is waking up brothers and sisters from, walks of life that may not be, should I say, normal, so to speak, right? So folks are a little rough around the edges. So like he said, we got to learn how to do good. I'm seeing, we got to learn how to keep compassion, right? Because looking at this, I see that our God is a God of compassion. Yes, he is. And throughout the whole demonstration, he's been showing compassion towards his people, right? And he told us that compassion, showing compassion is a weightier matter of the law. Meaning, well, we gonna look at that. We gonna look at it. Let's go ahead and get to it. We're not gonna be long before you today. We just gonna look at this weightier matter of the law, right? This is for those who say they keep commandments, and those who claim to be quote unquote religious, right?
And if I can say this real quick,
go ahead.
Coming from being in the church, a lot of times, the church seemed to have more compassion. That's what, me, as far as doing comparison, it seemed like the church seems to have more compassion, almost that part is taught versus coming into this walk. It's more so pressed law and dare I say hate, for instance, hate the white man or hate the other nations. They're not a part of this. And that's kind of what I've seen there. So the lack of compassion, it just don't seem to, it seems not to be there, amongst Israel,
and I think that's why the Hebrew Israelite faith is looked at the way it is. It's looked at as a religion almost.
Or cult, people that call it cults because of that.
Because of how we demonstrate, and like my wife said, we push more the law, not saying, not to keep the law, but we're gonna read that compassion is a weightier matter, right? Well, let's get to it. Matthew 23:23. Was you finished, baby?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get to it. Shabbat shalom, everybody that's on the chat. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hope we get edified. Let's get some spiritual maturity going on here. Shout out to my brother at lesson last night. Let's get some spiritual maturity going on today, right? So let's look at this Matthew 23, and we're gonna do 23. And if you got it, baby, go ahead.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites!
Okay,
for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Okay, he said, you pay mint, you pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin. I know we was in the grocery store and we seen this herb anise. Remember, it's a very expensive root or vegetable, whatever it is, right? So he's saying, we put time into that, right? What we sacrifice, right? Think of it today, though, right? What do we sacrifice? Our prayers, our works, right? So keep that in mind, because we about to look at some definitions real quick. Keep that in mind, right? He say, y'all worry about what y'all sacrificing, but omit the weightier matters, judgment, mercy, faith. Let's look at this real quick. Because when he said leave the other undone, I was like, what does he mean by leave the other undone?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, let's look at this, man. When I was like, wow. All right, let's look at this though. But he omitted the weightier matters of the law. Let's look at this mercy. All right, that's it. Okay. Let's look at this mercy. All right.
Strong's G 1656. Elias.
What is Elias? Mercy. Mercy, kindness, goodwill towards the miserable and the afflicted, right? Joined with desire. Now keep that in mind, man, because as we go on, right, we gonna see that mercy and compassion is basically the same thing, right? Mercy and showing goodwill towards your fellow man is the same thing, right? We're gonna look at this. All right, let's stop sharing that. Where we at? Boom. All right. Let's stop sharing. Let's go to the next. Let's go to Psalms. See, you omit. Hold on. You know what? That's what I meant to do. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself, y'all. Let's look at this left the other undone. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, y'all. It's undone. Look what this undone mean, right?
Strong's G 863. Fear me. Fear me.
All right. Look at this. It says to send away, to be it going away or depart, like a husband divorcing his wife, right? It says to let go or let alone, to disregard, to leave, not to discuss. So what is he saying right here? He's saying unless you have demonstrated mercy or compassion or righteous judgment, he don't want your sacrifice. He said, leave the other undone. Leave the immense and cumin and all the tithes and the mint. Yeah. Leave that alone. If you're not acting in mercy or compassion, right? So like I said, in our case, since we're not sacrificing these roots, and what are our sacrifices? Our praises and our we praying. So he's telling us he don't even want to talk to you about no prayer unless you're operating in compassion, unless you're operating in righteous judgment, right? And this is why. Let's look at this. Let's go to Psalms 86. Look how many times the brother David mentions mercy in this prayer. This is a prayer of David right here, right? Check this out. We're going to go to Psalms 86, and we're going to do 1 through 3. Psalms 86, 1 through 3. And if you got it, baby, go ahead.
All right. Bow down thine ear, O Lord. Hear me, for I am poor and needy.
Yep.
Preserve my soul, for I am holy. O thou my God, save thy servant that trusteth in thee. Be merciful unto me, O Lord, for I cry unto thee daily.
That's the first time he say merciful, right? He gonna mention merciful 5 times in this prayer. Right? Go skip down to where we go. 14 through 17.
O God, the proud are risen against me.
Okay.
And the assemblies of violent men have sought after my soul and have not set thee before them.
Yep.
But thou, O Lord, art a God full of compassion.
Full of compassion.
And ahead. Gracious, long-suffering, and plenteous in mercy and truth.
Yep.
O turn unto me, and have mercy upon me. Give thy strength unto thy servant, and save the son of thine handmaid. Show me a token for good, that they which hate me may see it and be ashamed, because thou, Lord, hast hope in me and comforted me.
He said, oh, turn unto me and have mercy upon me. Why is he asking the Lord to have mercy upon him when he said it's the proud that has risen against me and the assemblies of violent men have sought after my soul? Why is he asking the Lord to have mercy upon him? Because he's at a spiritual maturity level to understand that the Most High is involved in everything. The same one that is allowing these proud men to raise up against you is the same one that can deliver you from this, right? The same one that puts you through the fire is the same one that will have compassion and allow you not to be burned up in the fire.
Yes.
Right? That's spiritual maturity, you know, to understand that. And David is understanding this, right? But it's a reason why, though. It's a reason why he got to this level to understand this. So let's go look at it. Let's go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah knows about this too. Right? Nehemiah knows about this too. Let's go to Nehemiah. The same God that'll put you through that is the same God that's gonna have compassion and deliver you from out of that. Like, just think of it as a parent. You know, when you was a kid, your parent give you a whooping, but you know, it still might take you to get some ice cream later on. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, they'll whoop you, but still say, "Hey, I whoop you because I love you." You see what I'm saying? Let's look at this though. Nehemiah 9. And we're going to do 16 through 20. Nehemiah 9, 16 through 20. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
But they and our fathers dealt proudly and hardened their necks and hearkened not to thy commandments and refused to obey. Neither were mindful of thy wonders that thou didst among them, but hardened their necks and in their rebellion appointed a captain to return to their bondage. But thou art a God ready to pardon, gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and forsookest them not.
See, he's showing compassion right here. We're gonna look at this though. Go ahead.
Yea, when they had made them a molten calf and said, "This is thy God that brought thee up out of Egypt," and had wrought great provocations, yet thou in thy manifold mercies.
You see that? Manifold mercies. Right? We gonna get this definition when wifey get done. Go ahead.
Forsookest them not in the wilderness.
Yep.
The pillar of the cloud departed not from them by day to lead them in the way, neither the pillar of fire by night to show them light and the way wherein they should go.
Verse 20.
Okay. Thou gavest also thy good spirit to instruct them, and withheldest not thy manna from their mouth, and gavest them water for their thirst.
You see, even when our people didn't deserve it, right? But let's look at this though. Let me share the screen. We're gonna look at this manifold mercies. Right? Nehemiah said he displayed manifold mercies, even when we for our fathers forsook him. Right? Let's look at this though. Nehemiah. Nehemiah 9, and we're gonna do 19. All right. Yet in thy manifold. Let's look at this.
Strong's H 7227. Rav. Rav.
Look at this. Much, many, great, abounding in, more numerous than any other God, I would say. No other God shows you more compassion or mercy than this God that we dealing with. Look at this. Manifold mercies. Great, more, much, many mercies. All right.
Strong's H 7356. Rachem. And second entry, Rachem.
Okay.
Rachem.
Look at this. Compassion. And womb, right? Now, I'm not too versed with the Hebrew, right? But this word compassion is associated with this Hebrew word rakam, which is in fact womb, right? Which is the inner, your represents your inner core, right? Check it out. Look. By extension, the womb, as cherishing the fetus, by implication, a maiden, bowels, compassion, damsel, tender love, great tender mercy, right? So that's what compassion is, man. It's like the tender love of a mother, right? And that's why a lot of times the Most High refers his refers his love or describes his love as the love of a mother, right? Because the compassion that he shows. And we gonna look at this. Y'all stay with us. We gonna look at this. All right, let's go to the next spot. Let's go to the next spot. Psalm 78. Psalm 78. Psalm 78. We're gonna see, man, that our God is a God of compassion. So if we're not demonstrating in that manner, then I mean, what are we doing? We're actually sinning. Because like he said, he say the sacrifices, which is lawful, he don't even want you. I don't care about that unless you're dealing with compassion and showing mercy to your fellow man, especially those in the faith. You see what I'm saying? Where we at? Psalms. Especially those that say they love Jesus and they're searching for Jesus. We got to be showing compassion to these folks, to each other. Watch, you're going to see. 78, 36 through 40. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
All right. Nevertheless, they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues.
See, they lied. We lied to the Father. Why? Because we say, hey, all that you said we gonna do, but they didn't. They lied. But look, go ahead.
For their heart was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant.
Yep.
But he, being full of compassion,
Being full of what?
Compassion.
Okay.
Forgave their iniquity.
Okay.
And destroyed them not.
Are we full of compassion?
A lot of us are not.
Are we quick to forgive? You know, or are we quick to condemn? Right.
And those that are married, that's the first look in your marriage. See how much compassion you have. That's where it can start. Because I'm almost gonna say it's easy to show compassion to your children.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But how much compassion do you show to your spouse?
And I'm gonna be honest. I learned about the word compassion in my marriage. You know, so that's a question. Ask yourself: Are we showing compassion to our spouse? Or are we showing compassion to? Because, like I said, it's easy to show compassion to your child, but are we showing compassion to our fellow man? Right? Think about that. Go ahead.
Because the women, the women get tore down. I'm telling you, I know on my Facebook feed, I see a lot of Israelite women, you know, we're torn down. That's not compassion at all, to the point where one of the sisters felt like, what are we here for? You know, so you got to think about that.
And if one is asking that, then one is not being edified. And if one is not being edified, then there's a problem. There's a problem, because this word is to edify, even with rebuke, even with reproof.
Yes,
that's to edify the person so that they can see it and change their life.
Right.
Not feel to the point down to where I can't even do it.
Yep.
You know. Yep. But anyway, where we at, baby?
It's important.
Yeah.
Verse 38.
Go ahead.
But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity and destroyed them not.
Okay.
Yea, many a time turned his anger away and did not stir up all his wrath.
Yep.
For he remembered that they were but flesh.
See that? Remember, they were but flesh. So that means we got to remember something. We got to remember, maybe this person is not there spiritually.
Yeah.
As you are. That's okay though.
That's okay.
Right? He's allowed you to be where you are to help bring that person along. Right? Just like I say, I give shots out to my sister-in-law Nisha. Right? Because she was one of the first ones that demonstrated this faith, and we was like, okay, he used her as a light. Right? And then he used my big bro T Boogie and his son Young Lion as lights. Right? So are you a light or are you a stumbling block? It's the question. Go ahead.
Yes. A wind that passeth away and cometh not again.
Yeah.
How oft did they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the desert?
See that? And that's what we're about to go look at. Right? How oft they grieved him. Right? But let's look at this. Let's go to Exodus 34. Look at how the Messiah, the Most High, described himself. Right? Check this out. Exodus 34. We're gonna do 1 through 10. And this is right after Moses came down and seen the people worshiping the idol, the golden calf, and he broke the tablets. Right? So this is the Most High showing compassion because he could have killed everybody. Right? Remember he said, hey, excuse me, I withheld some of my wrath.
Yes.
Right? This is a prime example right here. Right? Exodus 34. And we're gonna do 1 through 10. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, hew thee 2 tables of stone, like unto the first, and I will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou breakest. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning unto Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount. And no man shall come up with thee, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount, neither let the flocks nor herds feed before the mount. And he hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first. And Moses rose up early in the morning and went up unto Mount Sinai, as the Lord had commanded him, and took in his hand the 2 tables of stone. And the Lord descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of the Lord. And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed, the Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering, and abundant in goodness and truth.
Now look at this. He said, the Lord passed by and proclaimed, right? The last lesson, a couple lessons ago, we did about proclaiming his name. We said proclaiming his name really means speaking his works and what he does, right? And look at the first thing he does. He said when he proclaiming God's name is what? Merciful.
Yes.
The very first word, merciful, compassion. You see that? When God is describing himself, the first word is compassion. Let that sink in. Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin.
Yep.
And that will by no means clear the guilty.
Understand that though. Right? Yeah, he gonna forgive your trespasses, but no guiltiness is cleared. Right? Meaning you still got a debt to pay.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, he didn't kill David, but that baby didn't live. His son got killed. It was a lot of turmoil going on in his household. You see? Well, I forgive you though, but no guiltiness is overlooked. Go ahead.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children unto the 3rd and to the 4th generation.
This is compassion, folks. You see? This is compassion. Right after they just spit in this guy's face. Right after our forefathers said, man, bump you. This calf brought us up out of Egypt. This calf that we took our earrings off and molded together brought us up out of Egypt. You see? This is the guy we dealing with. These are the characteristics that we need to pattern ourselves after. You know, and a lot of times, man, folks like to think, you know, when you get to talk about compassion and being tenderhearted, that you soft for, that you a pushover. That's if you know anything about this God, he is far from a pushover. Far from a pushover. You just got to push it. It take a lot of buttons for him, you know, to react in that manner. Remember, he's slow to anger. Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
And Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worshipped. And he said, if now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go among us. For it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for thine inheritance.
And look what he say. Go ahead.
And he said, behold, I make a covenant.
Yeah. Before
all thy people, I will do marvels.
See, this is the compassion he showed. Y'all just broke the covenant we just made like 20 minutes ago. But I'm gonna go ahead and have compassion on y'all and renew this because I got a plan. See, that's another thing too that you got to understand too. It ain't nothing that we do, right? He has a plan that and a promise that he made to a certain guy. And he gonna keep that promise no matter what you or I or my wife or whoever, whatever we do. Right? So that's why his compassion is at that height that it is.
Yes.
Right? Go ahead.
Such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation, and all the people among which thou which thou art shall see,
Mhm.
which thou art shall see the work of the Lord.
Mhm.
For it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee.
You see that? He said it's a terrible thing that I'm gonna do with you. You see?
Hmm.
This the guy we dealing with. This is his compassion.
Mhm.
This is him showing you that, hey man, I'm gonna take care of you.
Mhm.
Even though you're gonna forsake me, I'm gonna take care of you.
Mhm.
Let's look at this some more though. Exodus 16. Exodus 16. Because what does a mother or a father do for their children? Provide food, clothing, shelter. Those are the acts of compassion, right? Of a mother or a father. So let's look at this. Right. Even though, our fathers didn't deserve it. Let's look at this though. Exodus 16, we're gonna do 1 through 3.
All right.
And then we're gonna do 11 through 15. And if you got it, baby, go ahead.
And they took their journey from Elam, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elam and Sinai.
Yep.
On the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt.
Yep.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
Now remember, he said, I'm gonna show you all these works and signs. Now he just parted the Red Sea. He just destroyed the most powerful nation on the planet at the time, right? And these people is like, yo, we want some water. And instead of praying, right, having compassion on him and Moses, right, they get to murmuring and complaining. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel said unto them,
What do you say? What they say?
Would to God we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
There's no faith. You see, after everything they saw, there's no faith, and that's how we demonstrate as a people, man, as a whole. Right? There's no faith. And you know why I say there's no faith? Because of how we demonstrate and what we teach. There's no faith. Just like our people right here. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Yep.
I have heard the murmuring of the children of Israel.
You see, I heard it. Don't think he don't hear this, man. He hear you. But look what type of guy we deal with, though. Go ahead. Speak
unto them, saying, At even ye shall eat flesh.
Since you talking about you was at the flesh pots, while you was a slave, though. Just that's what you own. Go ahead.
And in the morning ye shall be filled with bread.
Okay.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoarfrost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, It is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat.
This is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat. Bread and meat. Even though you was murmuring and complaining, coming at his prophet, his servant. See, this is the compassion, right, that he's showing. Like I said, even though we didn't deserve it, even to this day, we don't deserve a lot of the blessings that we get, but he do it anyway. You see, Exodus 17, 1 through 6. You was done with that, right? All right. Exodus 17, 1 through 6.
All right. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink.
Food, shelter, and clothing. He's providing this for his people in this wilderness, just like a parent would do. Compassion, right? Go ahead.
Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me?
Or contend with me. That's why y'all coming at me, right? Or what we would say today with the young folks, why you coming for me? That's really what Moses saying. Why you coming for me, man? You just seen him with the quails Y'all see manna drop every day. You thirsty? Pray to him. Why you coming for me? That's how Moses is acting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord?
Yeah.
And the people thirsted there for water.
Mm-hmm.
And the people murmured against Moses and said,
Mm.
Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst?
Mm-hmm.
And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying,
Mm-hmm.
What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me.
You see that? Come on, man. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thine hand, and go.
Uh-huh.
Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock of Horeb,
Mm-hmm.
and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it.
You see that? Ain't that what the Psalms told us? He never left him without water,
Mm-hmm.
never left him without bread. Compassion, tender love, mercy. Even, you see, mercy, even though these folks is murmuring and complaining, sinning against the Lord, technically, but he's still showing compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel.
You see that? So he gave him the water. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Is he not showing compassion, even though our fathers don't deserve it? Look at some more. Excuse me. Let's go to the next one. Numbers 21. Numbers 21.
Our God knows what we need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know exactly what it means.
Yeah, only he can show that compassion. Moses wasn't trying to show. He's like, "Why y'all coming for me?"
Yeah.
But the Most High
See,
knew. He
that's a
knew
good
what
point.
we needed.
That's a good point, babe.
Yeah.
We gotta learn how to show compassion.
Yep.
We gotta learn, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take that as a slight or as a no, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we like I said, we gotta learn how to do good. You know,
That's right.
21, 5 through 9, Numbers 21, 5 through 9. And if you got this is another instance where he showed compassion.
All right.
He didn't kill off everybody. Like we read the
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't let all of my anger show forth. I held back some
Mm-hmm.
because of the compassion that I had for my people. And here go an example.
Mm-hmm.
When you got it, baby, go ahead.
And the people spake against God and against Moses.
Yep.
Wherefore
They always speaking against God and Moses, ain't they?
Yeah.
And understand we still do that to this day. If we don't show compassion spiritually, that's speaking against him. Why? Because you proclaiming that you love Jesus. You're proclaiming to be a quote unquote Hebrew Israelite, but you lack compassion. You lack judgment and mercy.
You like the spirit.
You see?
Yeah.
So you are in fact speaking against him in the spirit. Go ahead.
Wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness?
See, they keep asking that same demonstration.
They feel like they about to die.
You see? They keep asking that to show you what mindset we in.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me think of that beam that's in the brother eye. You see? And it's I'm starting to see, man, that if we don't operate right in a spiritual manner, we're not going to be able to see. We're going to ask dumb questions like this. We're going to say dumb things like this. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For there is no bread,
Mhm.
neither is there any water.
There's no bread. Manna come every day. You see? That's that moat. You don't even see it though. You don't even, because it's not what you want. Right? It ain't what's the sunbeam?
Sunbeam.
Yeah, it ain't sunbeam. It ain't Wonder Bread. You see? Go ahead.
Neither is there any water.
Yeah.
And our soul loatheth this light bread.
Man.
And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people.
Because don't get me right, man. He tired. He get tired too, man. He get you see, they've been talking this since Exodus. We in Numbers. That's a couple chapters away.
Mm-hmm.
And they still talking this. He's long suffering, people. He get to a point too where he's like, yo, that's why I talked to my dad the other day, man. It's like, yo, you know, we operate in this grace, but we don't know when it's gonna get cut short because he get tired too. You know, go ahead.
And they bit the people, and much people of Israel died.
Therefore, much people of Israel died. Not everybody though. Go ahead.
Therefore, the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpents from us." And Moses prayed for the people.
At least they starting to see now. We know, okay, we go and confess to Moses, and Moses pray for us. Y'all see, they starting to learn something. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it up on a pole, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live.
Shall live. Compassion. Compassion, even though we don't deserve it. Go ahead.
And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it up on a pole. And it came to pass that if a servant had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
Compassion. You see that? Look at this some more. Deuteronomy 29. Deuteronomy 29. Remember, food, shelter, clothing. Food, shelter, clothing. I remember when I read this a couple years back, I was like, wow. I didn't, this is hard to even fathom, but this is the Most High showing tender love and mercy to his people, even though I'm gonna put y'all through this wilderness that you brought upon your own self, right? I'm gonna make sure you go through this thing in a comfortable manner, so to speak. Watch. Deuteronomy 29, 1-9. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
These are the words of the covenant, which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he had made with them in Horeb.
Okay.
And Moses called unto all Israel and said unto them, ye have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants, and unto all his land, the great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles.
Remember, he told us back in Exodus, I'm going to show these miracles to y'all, right? Go ahead.
Yet the Lord had not given you an heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day.
Until this day. So we got to ask for that. We got to ask to be able to perceive these signs and wonders. You see that? Because if you don't, you just told you, hey, I'm going to work signs and miracles before you, and I'm not going to give you an understanding mind to know what's going on. I'm not going to give you an understanding mind to know that that's me. I'm going to make you think it's you. I'm gonna make you think that it was you that got that good job because of your skills. Go ahead.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and thy shoe is not waxing old upon thy foot.
Just think about that, man. You wore the same shoe for 40 years, and it's still like it's brand new out the box. You got this. I got this same shirt on for 40 years, and it's still the same brand new, like I got it out the box. Come on, man. That's compassion. That's tender love, as a mother would show her child. Right? Go ahead.
Ye have not eaten bread, neither have ye drunk wine or strong drink, that ye might know that I am the Lord your God. And when you came unto this place, Sihon the king of Heshbon and Og the king of Bashan came out against us into battle, and we smote them.
Protection. You also protecting them. Food, clothing, shelter, protection. Right? That's compassion shown by a parent, a mother, or a father. Right? Just like our God. And that's how we got to demonstrate, right, to our fellow brethren, especially those in the faith. Right? Especially those, coming into this faith, coming into this faith. Right? It's that's important that compassion is shown. Because if not, you can become a stumbling block and steer somebody away. Go ahead.
And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites and the Gadites and to half the tribe of Manasseh. Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do.
See that? Keep the covenant, the words of the covenant, that you may prosper. But let's look at this though, because I keep referring to a mother or father, just to let you know that, you know, it comes from the scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49. I should have turned the hair on. I should have turned it off. It's cool, though. We almost turn it back on. Isaiah 49, and we're gonna do 14 through 17. Hold on, let me make sure that. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all go ahead and read this Isaiah 49 on your own. This is basically a prophecy of the Messiah coming forth. But we're gonna focus on 14 through 17. Because look what he say though, right? Isaiah 49, 14 through 17. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
But Zion said, the Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me.
Mm-hmm.
Can a woman forget her sucking child?
And that's what we say. Like, I get that a lot, right? How are we God's people when, you know, children getting killed every day? I mean, I just watched the news the other day, and there was a baby sitting in the car, drive by, went by, boom, baby got grazed. Right? One coming to the faith will be like, man, what? How is there a God and he let this happen? You know, how is it a God he let people like, you know, Diddy run around? You know what I'm saying? But look what he say though.
That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb.
Right? He said, can a woman forget her suckling child? That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? You see, he's referring his compassion to that of a suckling mother, right? Of a newborn baby. When a baby's born and is hungry, the mother open her shirt and get you know, this is what he's saying, can a woman forget that? Mm-hmm. So if a woman can't forget that, do you think I'm not gonna show compassion to my people?
Right.
This is what he's saying. This is the mindset we gotta have. Mm-hmm. Remember, let this mind be in you that is also in Christ. Go ahead.
Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee.
He said the mama may forget though. You see, we said I ain't, and some others have forgot, but he haven't. And what you mean? Because we still here. I remember I told one of my good friends, man, like, bro, if this wasn't divine, right? What the so-called black man and black woman around the world is under, bro, we'd have been done away with a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? We'd have been done away with a long time ago. It's been many of people that are no longer, like, he didn't erase from the earth. We could have very much been that. But you see, nah, he ain't forsaken us. Compassion is being shown. Even in the midst of your enemies, I'm going to show you compassion. Go ahead.
Verse 16.
Yep.
Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands.
He said, I've graven thee upon the palms of my hands. He said, we married. You see that? Y'all ain't going nowhere. I got y'all. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all can't be faded. You see? Go ahead.
Thy walls are continually before me.
Thy walls are continually before me. Thy borders is continually before me. I got nothing but protection all around. I got a whole archangel assigned just to you. You see? This is compassion, folks.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thy children shall make haste. Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee.
You see that? Protection. They that made thee waste of you, they gonna go forth, you know, they gonna worship you, so to speak. They gonna be your servants, so to speak. All right? Let's look at this some more, though, because compassion is not just an action. It's a feeling first, right? The Most High was moved to do what he did, right? Because of that compassion, right? So let's look at this, though. Let's go to 1 Kings. Let's go look at a mother having compassion. 1 Kings. This is Solomon first becoming king, and he didn't ask the Most High to give him understanding so that he can judge his people righteous. And this is his first act right here. This is his first litigation, I guess you can call it. So we had 1 King 3:16 through 28. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
Then came there 2 women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him. And the one woman said, "O my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass the 3rd day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also. And we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we 2 in the house. And this woman's child died in the night because she overlaid it."
She overlaid it.
Yeah, she
smothered it. Okay.
"And she arose at midnight and took my son from beside me, while thine handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom."
So she switched babies in the middle of the night, right? That's what's going on here. Go ahead.
"And laid her dead child in my bosom."
Just think about that. You went to sleep with your live child, woke up with a dead child in your arms. Man.
Sad.
Yeah.
"And when I rose up in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead. But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son, which I did bear."
Like, you think a person ain't gonna know what their son or their daughter look like? Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. People, hey man, some people, hey. Anyway, I don't even get off topic. Go ahead.
"And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king."
I understand what the king going through. He basically got, her word against her word. Right? Both of them saying that the baby theirs. Right. Say wasn't no witnesses in the house, so can't nobody say, "Oh, she lying," or ain't no witnesses. So he basically like, okay, it's her word against her word. Who do I
believe?
Believe. Thank you, baby. Who do I believe in this matter right here? Go ahead.
"Then said the king, The one saith, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is the dead. And the other say, Nay, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in 2, and give half to one, and the other and half to the other. Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son.
Let's look at this real quick. The real mama, her bowels yearned upon her son. Let's see what this means. Remember, this compassion is associated with womb, right? Which is also considered your bowels, or But look at this though. Verse 26. For her bowels yearned. Look at that same word.
Strong's H 7356. Rachem. Rachem. And second entry, Rachem. Rachem.
See that? Womb, compassion. Her inner core was moved like, yo, y'all not about to kill my baby. I'd rather see you be raised with a whole stranger than you to kill my baby. That's compassion.
Yes.
You see? That's same how the Most High demonstrate. Right? I ain't gonna kill all of y'all. I'm just gonna kill some of y'all so that the rest of y'all can see and learn from this. That's his compassion. Right? Just look at this though. You finish that?
No.
Go ahead.
And she said, O my Lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it. Then the king answered and said, Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof.
Why? Because her compassion. Because of her compassion. That's the evidence that Solomon had to judge. You see? Go ahead.
And all Israel heard of the judgment which
Uh-huh.
the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to do judgment.
Our praise. Let's go look at another form of compassion. Let's go to Ruth. Let's go to Ruth, right after Judges. Ruth is right after Judges, y'all. And I think, now I don't know this to be true, but I think this is maybe where the term ruthless comes from. Because when you say someone is ruthless, they're heartless. They lack compassion. They don't care about nothing, right? They don't care about you or nothing you got going on, right? They only care about, So ruthless, right, means that. So let's look at Ruth, right, and how Ruth demonstrated and see. But before we do, I want you to read the read the what we call that? Preface. Mm-hmm. Let's read this preface of Ruth real quick. And then we're gonna read 1 and then 8 through 18. Okay. If you got it, baby, go ahead and do it for me.
Ruth is a cameo story of love,
yep,
devotion, and redemption set in the Black context of the days of the Judges.
Uh-huh.
It is the story of a Moabite woman.
Keep that in mind. Ruth was a Moabite woman, right? Go ahead.
Who forsakes her pagan heritage in order to cling to the people of Israel and to the God of Israel. Because of her faithfulness in a time of national faithlessness.
Wait a minute. Because of her faithfulness in a time of national faithlessness, right? Meaning this Moabite woman had more faith than homegrown Israelites. Go ahead.
God rewards her by giving her a new husband, Boaz, a son, Obed, and a privileged position.
A what?
A privileged position.
Okay.
In the lineage of David and Christ. She is the great grandmother of David.
That's it. You see that? Why though? Why did this woman, might I add, get this Moabite woman, might I add, get this prominent role in the lineage? This is really a part of prophecy, right? Because the seed is coming through this right here, right? Why though? Let's look at this. Verse 1.
Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land.
Yeah.
And a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons.
All right, so you got this man, right? You got his wife and his 2 sons. Real quick, they go to the land of Moab because of the famine in Bethlehem, right? His 2 sons get 2 Moabite wives. Ruth is one of them, right? The 2 sons and the husband died. Naomi's going back to her hometown, right? She's like, what I got to do here? My husband dead, my 2 sons dead. I'm going to go back home, right? So this is where we're going to pick it up at verse 8, right? Go ahead.
And Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law,
yeah,
go return each to her mother's house.
Yeah.
The Lord deal kindly with you as ye have dealt with the dead and with me.
Yep.
The Lord grant you that ye may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband.
Yep.
Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voice and wept.
Yeah.
And they said unto her, surely we will return with thee unto thy people.
See, they want to go with her, right? Go ahead.
And Naomi said, turn again, my daughters. Why will ye go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb that they may be your husbands?
It's like, I'm old. What y'all? Hey.
Turn again, my daughters. Go your way. For I am too old to have an husband. If I should say, I have hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, and should also bear sons.
So she kind of being sarcastic right now. Like, well, I'm supposed to get a husband and bear sons tonight if I got the hope? Nah, come on. That ain't gonna happen. Go ahead.
Would ye tarry for them till they were grown?
You see?
Would ye stay for them from having husbands? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sakes that the hand of the Lord is gone out against me.
You see, this is spiritual maturity. Her husband dead and her son's dead, and she said, it grieves me that the hand of the Lord has gone out against me. She understand that, right? But she still ain't forsaking the Lord, though, right? Go ahead.
And they lifted up their voice and wept again.
Yeah.
And Orpah
Yep.
kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clave unto her.
See, Orpah kissed her and said, okay, I'm gone back, you know. But Ruth clave unto her. Go ahead.
And she said,
what she say?
Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods.
Yeah.
Return thou after thy sister-in-law. And Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee.
Yep.
For whither thou goest, I will go.
Whether thou goest, I'm going to go. Go ahead.
And where thou lodgest, I will lodge.
Where you sleep, I'm sleeping. Go ahead.
Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God.
Look at this.
Where thou diest, will I die, and there will I be buried. The Lord do so to me, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me.
You see that? The only thing gonna keep me from going with you, Naomi, is death. This is showing the love and compassion that she has towards Ruth. I'm sorry, that Ruth has towards Naomi. Right? That's why I say this. The term ruthless comes from this. I could be wrong. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
I mean, it goes, but
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, ruthless. You know, nah. We need to be like Ruth, right? And remember, she was a Moabite woman. Keep that in mind. Did you finish, baby?
18.
Go ahead.
When she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her.
She quit talking to her. She's like, okay, I see.
She quit trying to persuade her to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Because I see where your heart is at. You really want to follow my God. So come on. Come on. And what happened? When she get to the land, she hook up with Boaz. You see? Let's look at this some more. Let's look at how Messiah demonstrated, though. Then we only got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Yeah, so I told you, this wasn't going to be too long today. Just want to look at this word compassion, man, because a lot of us, quote unquote, Hebrew Israelites, man, we ain't demonstrating compassion, man. And it's given a bad look. It's like turning folks away, you know, when this is the truth, because this ain't no religion, man. See, these other denominations teach religion. This is really God's way of life. But the way most of us demonstrate it, it doesn't come across that way. You see what I'm saying? So people turn up their nose and, you know, go across the street. You see what I'm saying? But check this out, Matthew chapter 9. We got to show more compassion, folks. Matthew chapter 9, forgive. And let's go, 36 through 38. And if you got it, hold on. Start at 34. Yeah, start at 34 to 38.
But the Pharisees said, he casted out devils through the prince of the devils.
That's a sin right there. You see that? But go ahead. Watch how Christ demonstrate. Go ahead.
And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people.
See that?
But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd.
See that? And when he was moved with compassion, what was he moved to do? Teach them, heal them. You see that? Not tear down.
Yeah.
Not destroy. You see? Go ahead.
Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
You see that? Harvest. When you harvest your food, you're very delicate with it. You see? I'm not a farmer, but I would think, you know, because why? Because I gotta eat this. So yeah, I'm gonna be very delicate. I'm not gonna, you know, treat it with harm, or I'm gonna be very careful with what I harvest. You see, that's how we gotta be, right? If he's blessed you with this knowledge for you to understand this thing, then yeah, man, you gotta be gentle with your harvest. You gotta be compassionate with your harvest, right? Because we bring it into the barn, right? Go ahead.
Oh,
that was it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to the next. Look what he say though. Matthew, go back to Matthew 23. Matthew 23, 37. Matthew 23, verse 37. And if you got it, baby, go ahead.
O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not.
You see that? Referring himself as like a mother hen gathering her babies. He said, that's what I've been trying to do with y'all. But y'all don't show compassion. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't show mercy. So you don't even see it when it's being shown to you. You don't even see it when it's in your face because you got that mote in your eye. Look what the prophets say about Zechariah. Look what the prophets say about this. How we supposed to be demonstrated. Zechariah 7, 8 through 10. And we got two more after this. 7, 8 through 10. You got it? Okay. Shout out to the folks that's online, commenting, all praises. Hope y'all getting some edification. Hope this is making sense to y'all. You know, because I know y'all probably done heard it too, man, how folks look at the Hebrew Israelites, man, and how they downplay it, and you know. So I hope this is helping us, man, to understand that, we need to show more compassion. We need to show more mercy, right? That's how you're going to harvest more, right? Being gentle with your harvest. Where we at? Zechariah 7, 8 through 10.
All right.
Got it, baby? Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord came unto Zechariah, saying,
What do you say?
Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment and show mercy and compassion.
Execute true judgment and show mercy and compassions, plural. Compassions, right? Every man to his brother. Go ahead.
And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
He said, oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, nor the stranger. That's a big one right there. Nor the stranger. Do we have compassion toward the stranger? I'm just saying. Let's go to the next one, Colossians. You see something, baby? Oh, okay. Colossians chapter 3. And we're going to do 12 through 14. Colossians chapter 3, 12 through 14.
All right.
This looked like something we just read in that Exodus right here. He said kind of the same thing. If you got it, baby, go ahead.
Put on, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering.
Humbleness of mind, meaning you don't act like you know everything. Humble your mindset, man. Right? Go ahead.
Forbearing one another and forgiving one another.
Forgiving one another. That's huge. We don't forgive each other, man. We like to hold grudges. We like to give our spouses the silent treatment for 3-4 days. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got to forgive each other. And I know that's easier said than done. It's easy to say forgive when you're not in the moment. You see what I'm saying? But when you're in that moment, that's why I was telling my pop, man, the other day. That's when you need the strength. To when you in that moment to say, okay, let me show mercy. And the only way that we gonna get that strength is this reading, getting to know him, allowing the Ruach to dwell upon us and not just pass by us, right? Pass by, just give us that thought, and pass on by, and we still go the other way. Now we need that strength for him to rest upon us so we can show mercy in the moment. You see what I'm saying? Or we can say no, in the moment. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye.
You see that? Christ forgave you, man. And we didn't even ask for it. They actually said, man, kill him because he ain't who we say he is. And then he said, while he was up there, forgive him because they don't know what they doing. Now, I know we ain't there yet, But this is where we need to be striving to get to. You see? And stop, never mind. Go ahead.
And above all these things, put on charity.
Yeah.
Which is the bond of perfectness.
Which is the bond of perfectness. Last one. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with, man. 1 Peter. We just read how our God is, right? And we're supposed to have a mind like Christ. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. And know that, hey, this ain't a lesson for just for y'all. This is for me too. So I'm learning how to, be compassionate and mercy for both of us. We learning how to be compassionate and show, compassion towards our fellow men, and each other. We learning. 1 Peter 3. We're gonna do 8 through 12. You got it, baby? Go ahead.
Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful. Be pitiful.
Yeah, what's pitiful? Hold on. I know you got the book to show it.
Yeah.
but I want to bring it up. Be pitiful. Because I know just seeing it, I ain't no pitiful at me. Are you? You don't want to be pitiful? Okay. This is why this is so important, man. The definitions, looking up what this really means. Where you at? 1 Peter 3, verse 8. Be pitiful. Like, dang, Most High, you want me to be pitiful? Okay. Well, what does it mean? Be pitiful.
And see how you said that a lot of people
Strong's
like
G 2155.
Like
Usplachnas.
Yes.
Some people it just kind of comes natural, seems like to feel like that. But some have to learn.
You gotta learn. That's natural because we've grown up to know that the word pitiful don't mean good, I guess. So you would think, wait a minute. But again, you got to study. See that? Having strong bowels, having strong mercies, right? Compassion, tenderhearted. That's what pity means, man.
And I know I have that, like, for the homeless. That's something it's always been there with me. I feel I can look at that and be like, that's pitiful that they're in that situation.
Yeah.
And others would look like, man, I ain't giving him nothing. He should go get a job. Yeah. There's a difference. You have some that really do have, that pity in them.
Yes.
And compassion.
Yes. That's when you have pity on someone. That's compassion. Yeah. Tenderhearted. You see how we learn on our way to learning? Having strong bowels, meaning it's strong in your core, in your inner part to show compassion. Deep within you. You see what I'm saying? And I can't say that for my wife, man. There's been times we've been out, doing the arms, and I see how she react. This it's strong on her to have pity towards, towards the less fortunate. But that's what the pity mean, man. Compassion.
Tenderhearted. Say, yeah. Be courteous. Yeah. Verse 9.
Yep.
Not rendering evil for evil.
See that you see that? I'm still learning.
Tit for tat.
I'm still learning. I promise you, I'm still learning. But hey, we can't do evil for evil, man. Go ahead.
Or railing for railing. But contrariwise, blessing.
See that? Bless those who show evil to you. Bless those who are railing against you. I understand for you misunderstand. I know this is a hard pill to swallow. That's why we need the strength of the Holy Spirit. Because we can't do this on our own. There's no way we can show compassion on our own.
You gotta have the fruits of
the Spirit. Because the compassion ain't in us. If you go back to the garden, ain't no compassion or mercy in us. Nah, we all about ourselves. Shoot. Come on. Go ahead.
Knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing.
No, why should you act like this? Because you better know that you are called. And you got a blessing to inherit. So you need to demonstrate in this manner so that you can inherit that blessing. You need to show compassion, Mr. Israelite, Mrs. Hebrew Israelite, so that you can get compassion. I'm sorry, so that you can inherit this blessing. Mr. Quote Unquote Christian, are you showing compassion? Go ahead.
For he that will love life
Mhm.
and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil,
Mhm.
and his lips that they speak no guile.
Mhm.
Let him eschew evil
Mhm.
and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it.
That word eschew is to get rid of, leave behind. Right?
Ensue.
Go ahead.
Mhm. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous,
Mhm.
and his ears are open unto their prayers.
Mhm.
But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
Remember, in the very first script, he said, if you're not showing righteous judgment, mercy, or faith, there is no conversation when it comes to sacrifices.
Mhm.
He just said, hey, on the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers.
Mhm.
Those that are showing compassion, mercy, and righteous judgment,
Mhm.
it's his ears and eyes open. You see that? But to the evil, his face is against. He ain't trying to hear that. Remember, ain't no conversation. You see?
Nope.
So that's the lesson, man. Compassion. A weightier matter of the law.
Mhm.
We need to show more compassion, folks.
I thought you was gonna hit that one scripture
Which
where
one?
he told him to leave his gift at the altar and go make peace with his
Oh,
brother.
yeah, yep.
That
I'll
was
praise
another
it.
one.
That's another one. Yeah. That's it's
so
a
many.
plethora
Yeah.
of scriptures. All you gotta do is go in there and Google compassion.
Mhm.
And it's a plethora of scriptures, man, that's gonna show you compassion in the scriptures.
Mhm.
Right? And then that's one of them, right?
Yeah.
He ain't trying to hear you coming with no sacrifices if you can't even forgive your brother.
That's how important it is.
That's how important it
to
is.
him. Yeah.
He men, husbands, he's not even trying to hear you or see you
Mhm.
if your wife is walking on eggshells. If your wife is scared to even ask you a question or scared to even move, or man, he ain't seeing it. I don't care what you think you blessed with.
Let
We
me
just
read
read
this.
it.
Let me read this 7 real quick.
Go ahead, buddy.
It was 1 Peter 3:7.
Go ahead.
Likewise, ye husbands,
Yeah.
dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life.
See, even though she's the weaker vessel, we're heirs together. So compassion needs to be shown. Mercy needs to be shown. You know, when she may operate as the weaker vessel, we as the husband, we need to see that and have compassion and mercy on that.
That your prayers be not hindered.
Because if not, what do you say?
He don't want to.
We done read it 3 different times. Where if you're not showing mercy or compassion, there's no conversation. He ain't trying to hear you. So with two or three, a matter is established. So compassion, a weightier matter of the law, man. I hope it made sense, man. I hope some of our brothers and sisters, man, take heed to this. That's why the shofar was blown right before this. Just to take heed to this, man. This is an important matter.
Yes.
Right? Because I hear it all the time, man, from folks that see how we demonstrate as Hebrew Israelites, and it's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. And we turn a lot of folks away, right? As opposed to bringing folks in. And that's the whole goal, is to bring folks to the truth, to harvest, right? We just read to harvest, man. That's the whole purpose, to harvest.
And love and kindness has he drawn.
Come on, man.
We have to use that.
We got to use that.
Love and kindness, compassion.
Come
to
on,
draw
man.
people in.
Come on, man. So, yeah, I hope this makes sense. I hope, we take heed. Want to send a shout out to folks that's online. We got One Soul to Life. All praise, sis, tuning in, Miss Bakes.
Shalom.
Shalom, Sister Bakes. Shalom, Sister Shonda. Shalom, my brother Ben Israel. My brother Tuvi was on this deal.
Hey, keep your head up, brother Tuvi, with them babies there.
All praise, yeah. Keep your head up, baby. Keep your head up, my brother.
Yes.
Who else was on here? Order Melchizedek Ministries. Memphis was on. All praises, brother.
Shalom.
Jewel, Zion, Israel. Shabbat Shalom, sis. Eliyahu, Shabbat Shalom, big bro.
Shalom.
Sector Nazarene, Shabbat Shalom, my little big brother. That's my little big brother. And whoever else was on, man, and didn't comment, folks that was on Facebook, man, we love y'all for tuning in, man. Hope this is helping folks, right? Because it's helping us. That's what this is all about, man. It's to help us get better as a person, as people, right? Following God,
Yes.
It's not to condemn or tear down. It's to lift, it's to uplift, it's to edify, right? So again, with that being said, man, love y'all. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all Sabbath. And if you ain't got nothing else, babe.
Just be mindful to show compassion. Just be mindful of that.
There you go.
Love y'all.
Love y'all, man. Shalom.
Woke you up in your captivity, haven't I? Sent my son to free you mentally, haven't I? Showed you the gods of your enemies, haven't I? Gave you a heart that you remember me, haven't I? Help you understand your pain, haven't I? Didn't I give you back your name, haven't I? Showed you everything is vain, haven't I? The narrow path is the way. His word don't come by void. An everlasting covenant he made we can't avoid. We still see that rainbow in the sky, cause this is story. The almighty power, but y'all give him glory. Babylon is falling right before you, haven't I? Hosea 1:10, y'all we roll you, haven't I? The valley of the dry done came alive, haven't I? Hosea 6:2, we been revived, haven't I? He done sent his messengers to open up our eyes. He done sent Messiah, laid his life down and died. He telling all his prophets, y'all, that he done heard our cry. He telling all his prophets, y'all, that he done heard our cry. Send your mighty hand, you see the affliction, but get us out this lane. We know you don't change, but do it all again. Lifting up this rod over waters, trust your plan. We gon' trust your plan. Haven't I woke you up in your captivity? Haven't I sent my son to free you mentally? Haven't I showed you the gods of your enemies? Haven't I gave you a heart that you remember me? Haven't I help you understand your pain? Haven't I didn't I give you back your name? Haven't I showed you everything is vain? Haven't I the narrow path is the way?